This afternoon, the senior class address will be given by Richard Ruano. Please join me in welcoming RJ, delivering his speech entitled Mixed Emotions.
Good evening. First off, I just have to apologize. I had a bunch of lake strokes prepared, but those aren't appropriate anymore. As I begin, I'd just like to thank everyone here for the honor of speaking before Antioch Community High School's graduating class of 2015. This day marks Antioch's 100th celebration, or the centennial celebration, meaning that, obviously, the students here today composed the 100th class to graduate from Antioch Community High School. Imagine, were we sitting here 100 years ago, this class would be a lot smaller. Only about this front row of students would be present, so I guess that 6-ticket limit wouldn't be much of a problem. However, in all seriousness, I'm glad all the students are here. And to the family who are here today, congrats on making the cut. As I address you on this historical date, I stand before a very mixed crowd. I see district faculty, the board members and administration, teachers and school support staff. There are plenty of friends and also family, parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents, you get the picture. But, as already mentioned, I see my classmates. We are the main focus at this time. We sit here in rows of gleaming gowns with glimmering eyes and I'm sure, plenty of mixed emotions. All of us here are gathered together to celebrate something that we're not entirely sure how to feel about. Yes, we finished high school. We've completed the transition from painfully awkward freshmen to fully competent seniors. Congratulations, we've made it, and we should all be very proud. Go ahead. But really, what does this all mean? We are expected to wave goodbye to the past 4 years of our lives, but how? This is hard to answer, as we can't just simplify our high school experiences as being just good or bad. No, high school has been a combination of it all. As Charles Dickens would put it, high school was the best of times and the worst of times. Look at that, I'm still kissing up to English teachers. It was the best of times when you scored the game-winning goal against Vernon Hills, aced that Constitution test you studied so hard for, or received a round of applause after performing the Music Man. It was the worst of times when you got rejected by your potential homecoming date, received a lunch detention for being late to class, or even suffered the early loss of a loved one. For each of us, high school has been a unique compilation of events such as these. Throughout those 4 years, we've won and we've lost. We've succeeded at times and failed at others. We've formed plenty of relationships, but have also lost some. These patterns have taught us well, and we'll experience them again later on. But by now, each of us has developed our own high school story. And today, we mark the end of that. Some of us may react to this with sadness. We cry as we look back at all the great times we've had and realize that now, they're just memories. We approach this large change in our lives, and we think about all the great things that we'll miss. Others of us, however, are joyful. We are proud of all we've accomplished in high school, and we now look eagerly towards the future. Our hearts pound with excitement as we imagine all that we'll experience in the coming years. I'm not going to tell you how we should feel about this milestone. After all, some of us are just happy to be here today, dressed up and take selfies. I will say, though, that everything we've experienced in high school has made us into who we are at this very moment. We all have plans for the next stages of our lives. Many of us are attending colleges across the nation, where we will be submerged into completely new depths of knowledge. A large number of us have plans to begin our careers, already using our talents to contribute to society. There's a brave group of us who are joining the armed forces, acting to defend our beloved nation. Whatever it is that each of us plans to do, we are ready for it. Regardless of how you feel about graduating, please take pride in this. And parents, you should all take pride, for none of this would be possible without you. My fellow graduates, these past 4 years, with all its highs and lows, have taught us and shaped us. We are not prepared to accomplish anything we set our minds to. We also know to always log off the Chromebooks. As I look upon you all, I promise you that we're ready for the next stages of our lives. We've all proven it by getting this far. And although the sad truth is that we all may not see each other again, or even keep in contact, we'll still be connected. For as each of us takes strides forward in our lives, contributing to the future, we'll all carry parts of each other, as well as our 4 years at ACHS. This will be something that distinguishes us from everyone else for the rest of our lives, a common trait that we all will forever share. It is what makes us forever Sequoids. Thank you.